Okay, so here I was like at home enjoying some time watching YouTube. But then I see something my recommended. The best game controller. Now the final featured Linus holding a DualShock controller, and I was like, okay, fine. He'll probably talk about whatever kind of improvement or micro stuff that he can do to maybe use for I don't know something weird, something that LTT would do, I guess. As you can see, I did dislike the video. So like the video basically features how you can use a DualShock controller or a Nintendo Switch Pro controller to um, to use motion controls to basically get better aim. So and um, if you don't know, and you can check by my channel, I am a semi-competitive Splatoon 2 player, a Nintendo game that is using the Nintendo Switch Pro controller and other controllers too, but whatever. So in the videos, they regard like the use of motion control for more precision aiming as like this amazing thing that was never invented before and never existed ever in this lifespan of gaming. And I get that if they would have made it like specifically talking, okay, we're doing it for PC games. For PC games, this is amazing. And I would say, fuck yeah, this is actually really amazing. I would love to take my Pro controller and use it like for stuff like CS and whatever to have better aim because I suck at mouse and keyboard and I'm amazing with the motion controls of the Switch Pro controller. But they don't ever like say anything about it. And well, they talk really like the whole side of precision thing, like showcasing games like CS and Doom as like, hey, look, you can use a shooter and you can use a controller and have a better aim because you're using motion control. And the way they present it is just like this amazing thing that was never invented before. And I'm like, bitch, I've been playing like Splatoon is out for like 5 years now since the first game. Splatoon 2 is out for almost almost 3 years now, and I have been playing that game for about 2 years by now. And I've like killed the game, and you can see like I watch this channel a lot, right? I have respect. I like seeing these videos, but presenting this idea of like this is something that have never existed before, never happened in the life of gaming ever, and this is a breakthrough something that never existed, and like and as long like the more they like continue in the video, like there is something that happens when they realize they can use the right stick to make a more precise movement, and not precise movement to make bigger movement since you use your motion control for more precise movement. This is exactly the same thing that you do in Splatoon. Same thing when they talk about I completely forgot it, but basically like they featured like the way they presented it, it's like whoever was the one behind like writing the script for this video has clearly didn't like was just that blown away by the idea of using motion controls that he didn't bother to do any, and I mean not any type of like research whatsoever to realize that not only does Splatoon exist, but every like thing that they say is better about the way that I'll talk about that later. But everything that they say about the way how the original programmer of this software, which is again is a pretty cool software, the way how he like invented the genre, and I'm like, no, 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 he didn't. Like the way he does it, it just like he simplified and made it even slightly even worse. Or he did it at the start of it. It was worse than how motion controls is, the way it is now in Splatoon. And I'll put on my Switch as I'll keep talking. But basically, um, and another thing they talk about is like sensitivity and whatever, right? They talk about how you can have like unfortunately you can't really control your sensitivity, but then again, if you have too much sensitivity, then you don't have precise aim. Well, that you can say that to someone. Oh my god, excuse my graph. Oh, there's a software update now, so I can't really show that off, unfortunately. But basically, every like type of offensive, extremely offensive player in Splatoon, not me because I suck at that, but all of like the offensive players in Splatoon have the highest sensitivity you can for a much like faster movement, and they control like they have motion control so well. I'll probably have Kiver because I watch him the most below if you guys want any like impression of what a good Splatoon player with motion controls can do. Same thing with that SRP dude. He's a big, like, a really big name not only in the YouTuber Splatoon community and the competitive community, but also a big advocate of pushing people to use motion controls. And just the way this video kind of, it just, I know the intention is good and the idea is really cool to use motion controls for PC. It's just the way it presented. It's like this idea was never done before, and I even liked one of the comment, which is like, "Hey, you guys know Splatoon is a thing. Um, like, it's existed for a while now. That's what Nintendo has been using. That's why Nintendo has motion controls, and they were able to capitalize all of the years they put into research and motion controls." And a lot of it came into stuff like Splatoon and stuff like Zelda when you have the bow for a more precise aiming, you can use the motion controls. And like a lot of like stuff that are so like given whenever you play the Switch and you have motion controls, and it's not even brought up. It's like it's not even an idea. And I don't know whether the intention was to just completely focus on PC and nothing else, just to like bring the idea to PC, but just it's kind of sad to me that nothing even mentioned about it, and I got really annoyed because I'm such a huge fan of motion controls and the idea of using motion like to be more precise at aiming and get better at shooters. And it's unfortunately to me that it wasn't even mentioned at all in a video that just basically shows off how good motion control can be. Yeah, so that's about it. That's I had a little rant that I wanted to do. Unfortunately, yeah, like not much else to say about it. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.